Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hi all, I'm Paul the Commish. This is your Week 9 XP Ballers Fantasy Football recap. This week was an important one for folks. Folks are trying to make the playoffs. Folks are trying to climb up in the rankings. Folks are trying to keep their top rankings. Just a very critical week overall. When we're looking at kind of overall stats, Smoking a J is on a 7 week win streak, keeping him on top and not looking back. Other interesting notes, James Sinead Connors on a 4 week win streak. Pretty amazing. I mean, he's really pressed the boundaries here. When we look on the flip side, we've got Funky Bunch starting to look like the 2008 Detroit Lions with this 6 week losing streak. Hopefully he can, turn the corner next week. And then another surprise is Thomas the Shank Engine on a 3 week losing skid. So a lot going on there. If we look at the points against, no, that's points for. That's if we look at points against, no, come on, here we go. Points against, Justin Fields of Gold still has about 1,200 points scored against. People are bringing their A game. And he still needs to bring, he keeps bringing his A performance, leading to a 2 week win streak. So, great job, prevailed this week. If we look at Stroudy, also high point total scored against. She was on a hot streak recently. It's just, 2 weeks of bad luck. Rabbit had a Rabbit, and actually, if we look at Rabbit and the champ is here, had a juggernaut matchup today. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Two GMs pulled off a W this week to keep him and Veronica in the top four this week. So good job there. Let's jump into the matchups. All About the Benjamins closes out Thomas the Shank Engine. This one was actually a close one. I was going to pull out my fingernails clawing speech, but within 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, Baker Mayfield did some Baker Mayfield stuff, and he ended up scoring a TD, and he kind of put me back on the win column. Um, Adriana, sorry, it looks like you are the lowest points total scorer this week, which puts you out of the Dudash side bet. So you are the weakest link this week. Maybe next year you'll be able to pull it all off. Going on to the next matchup, uh, James Sinead O'Connor's with the MVP of the week performance. 169 points to put away the red hot Stroudy with the chance of deep balls. You know, Hurts, Wilson, from Flowers to Bowers. It just A plus performance across the board. Um, Coleman could have had a better game. He just had a few weird drops. So there was actually more upside in this matchup for Andrew. The bench looked good. He kind of maximized his lineup. So great job there, MVP of the week, Andrew Kadavi. If we look at the next piece, we had two GMs had a bounce back week. What do you do with Marvin Harrison? If you start him, he'll give you 3 points. If you bench him, he'll score 30. So it's kind of a tough start for that guy. Funky Bunch put up a good fight. Again, solid performance. It's just, tough matchup. Better luck next week. Uh, Going on to our leader of the pack, Smoking a J, takes care of the Bears still suck. Basically put them in their place. This is a scary team. Just look at it. I mean, you've got Lamar Jackson. You probably have the best running back core out of any of the teams with Henry Gibbs and Hunt. Hunt is on a tear and kind of resurging with Kansas City. And then you combine the Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry dynamic, and that is just amazing. Sutton and Judy. Yeah, Judy had a good week. Sutton, he kind of gave a donut, I believe, a few weeks ago, but he's actually turned it on for Denver recently. So it's a really, really good job. Solid team, scary team to face every week. Bears still suck, left points on the table with Cole Kmet on the I don't know, he probably just didn't score anything. Chicago just sucks. So yeah, the Bears do still suck, even their tight end. Uh, Justin Fields of Gold struck gold this week. Got a push from Rico in this week's matchup, but just not good enough. You can't stop Cooper Cup, a chain. Otton has been a step up tight end in the league this year, or at least for the past few weeks. Xavier Worthy is kind of one of those super high ceilings, but he can give you negative points. That's kind of scary. And then talk about defense of the week. Los Angeles Chargers pulling it off with 18 points there. Um, Now we go into the juggernaut matchup. This was the battle between the second and third place teams. With the champ is here, he just switched it. So now the champ is in second place and Rabbit is in third. It was a tough matchups for champ this year. I think last week he faced the number one Smoking a J team, and then this week he faced the number two Rabbit team. So good outing all around. Saquon Barkley, my goodness, if anyone watched that highlight film of him jumping backwards, that had me on the floor. That was nuts. So great job. You may also, I wonder when Nico Collins is coming back from IR or if he'll come back. But great team. Great lineups. Awesome week, everyone. Keep the waiver wires active. Make some trades. I think we're still waiting for our first league trade. So again, just trade somebody. Try to make your lineups better. But outside that, I hope y'all go out and vote if you haven't already. And well, whatever happens, happens. And we'll see you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.